Hello, everyone. I have about 20 minutes before I have to leave to go get my children from school. So I thought I would do a flip through because I haven't done one for a while. I haven't been on YouTube for a while and I have to get back. So I have 3 of my current journals that I'm working in. But I'm almost done with this winter one. So this is kind of my winter 2024-2025 journal. And I have the next awaiting journal. So if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching for a long time, I usually have, once I get about 3/4 of the way finished in my JIYA journals, my journal into your art journals, I usually make a second one. So I have the next one ready. So there isn't a lag between finishing one, not having one, scrambling to make one. I just like to work this way. It's just a little easier to have something ready to go. Then I don't have to break my creativity or my pace or anything like that. So this is my January. I think I started it in January. I might have started it in December because I was really eager to get started. So I have a little winter stamp. And then the fun thing is usually because I tend to fill these up quarterly, it tends to coincide with my stencil releases. So I have a lot of the winter stencils in here because I needed to get those going. So I have my little icicles and a house that's real wintry. One of my snowy paper doll people, but still using the older stencils. I love the journaling stencils. They work so well in the journals, so I use them all the time. Here's another one of the sweater weather stencil people. And this wind, I think he's sweater weather or winter days. I can't remember. I mixed them all up, but some of the birds from the new collection. And I do really try to make a conscious effort of creating a new spread each page so that I'm still using all the concepts from my class. I'm not forgetting anything. I'm remembering to use all the stencils. It gets hard after, I think I just submitted my new designs and I think I'm at 130 now. So while they're not all in the shop, that's how many designs I have on hand. So I really do try to use them all. Here's the bird from, I think is it Soulful Animals, and the trees from the winter days, or maybe the trees are from sweater weather. And I like to, again, I always say, like, there isn't something super interesting on the page. You know, I do try to just chronicle just my everyday. It helps me process and self-regulate. And I have 4 kids, so, you know, we're always doing something. So it's nice to write about maybe something that we just did together. Here I have one of the new calendar girls. KP and I have our new set this year. We're calling them Far and Away Girls. So I have some right here. So these are the 2 new girls. You can get them on our Foamies. And we're going to release our new set, I think in April. So we have another set coming. And speaking of our Foamies, this is the border. One of my last pop-ups, I had a whole bunch of borders. The pop-ups are coming back because people have been asking. So I just have to put in my order and they'll come to my shop in another like few weeks. So that'll be exciting. And just being sure to use like my word stencils. I always like to create little word snippets so I can use those in my journal. They're at the ready. My 19-year-old got me this really beautiful mushroom washi for Christmas because everybody knows I love mushrooms. And so I decided to do a whole page with all of like the mushroom stencils that I have. And then it was New Year, so I was very excited. When I first created this stencil, to me, this was like my New Year girl. I mean, she could be anything, but I loved how she was like a star. Something about New Year, you know, you celebrate it at night. There's lots of sparkly celebrating imagery. So I was looking forward to it. And I still love using, I think this is from the Moonlight Journaling set, the little lanterns. They're so fun and festive. So I was sure to like do a little star girl for the beginning. And just remembering to use doors for everything. Those are from my Home is Where the Art Is stencil. I put them on everything now. I love how this one turned out, like just the colors and the contrasts between the colors. So much fun. Still have these in the shop. I'm loving this is the Geo Sister stamps. So much fun. Trying to remember to use my jointed figures in my journals because I just think it's so whimsical and fun. And then I feel like I discussed this somewhere. I don't remember, but this is my latest washi tape, and I do the designs really large and then they get shrunk down to be the washi. So I cut out the original art for that and then created a page with the washi around it. I just thought that was so fun. And this is a quote that my mother always used to say. I love using the butterflies from my first stamp set with Rubber Moon as borders. If you have those, it's fun to just kind of run them all over the page and play with them. These are also some more of the Art Foamy border stamps and images. So I love repetition. So I have like the big individual stamp, and then I'm using the small borders here. And, you know, some days it's all about making like a really nice quote that's inspirational. This was for Martin Luther King Day. And initially I tried to do a portrait, and I was like, no pressure, Megan, just make it nice and kind of folk arty or funky. And it just looks so bad. I couldn't do it justice. So I just printed something out and put that on there. It looked much better. And just playing again with doing big quotes with lines and making vines. I loved how this turned out. So I'll probably, this is like a newer idea here, so I'll probably reuse that idea. And, you know, again, having doors, juxtaposing faces, these are all fun things that I like to play with. And this is another one of the Art Foamy stamps that I had, which again, all this stuff will come back briefly to my shop. I don't think I'm going to do as many as I've done in the past, but we'll see. Just making moon faces. I love moon faces. And using this from one of my Paper Dolls 2. I just used the dress from that. I never include the head, and I just make the dress a little bit longer. It's fun to do that over pretty paper. And old Art Foamy for my first pop-up, and then this is from the last one. I love this deer. This deer, oh my gosh. My 21-year-old, who's so talented, helped me make her look normal. The face was just a little off. We sat in a diner that morning, and I was like, please help me make the face look just right. I can't get it. It kept looking like a dog. So we worked together to get her fixed, but I just love her so much. And I love the penguin. Oh, I forgot to write something on his belly. This is another fun spread. I love this one. And again, just trying to remember to do things like flaps, use my stickers. Here's another art from me from the Faraway Girls. Once I got all the prototypes done, then I try and, you know, pop them into the journals. Using the scallops, we go over this in my JIYA journal junk style class. It's super fun way to add just like that extra something to your journals. I got the new Dina Wakley moon stamps because, oh my gosh, they're my favorite. And this is a bird that was inspired by Eluhia. I can never pronounce her name, but I think her account is Happy Chinchilla. She did a really great class for Life Book last year, and I was one of the instructors, so I was able to take her little class, and I loved it with the bird. And then I have some more birds. So I am sneaking some peeks for some of what's coming. My stencils are in production. They're going to be in the shop probably next week. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be so fabulous. Like, I'm so excited. Remembering to use my border stamps. I love, love, love these house borders. I think these are from Journaling Fun. And I love these house borders. I always forget to use them, so I'm trying to use them more. And I wanted to do some more houses. And then I put this cute little bird on there. And that's pretty much it. I have some pages left. And sometimes I'll use a couple, like I'll leave a couple blank at the end because I use them when I launch lines. It's just nice to have different colors available. So I probably won't do too much more in this journal. I'll probably just do like 2 more spreads and then I'll be done. And then this is the new one that I made. You know, a lot of the students from the JIYA class, there have been a couple different people who are like, I'm making a black and white journal. And I'm such a black and white girl. My whole house is black and white. I used to only wear black and white. I have made a commitment to color for the last couple of years. But anyway, I just thought it was funny that I haven't tried to do a black and white JIYA journal yet. So I whipped this one up knowing that I still have my junk style one. So now with the junk style journals, I like to have them on hand so that I can literally go back and forth between 2 colors. There's something about this style that I like that's just freer. Like, it's so free form that I have a lot of fun working in here. And it took me a while to get used to it. At first, I was just like trying to fill up the first one for prototypes. And then when I was done with it, I was really intimidated about all the different features that I added. But I was adding them for the class, the junk style class. But then when it was done, that challenge was so exciting for me. I was like, wait, I can't not make more of these. So now what I have been doing is I'll have like a regular JIYA from the first class. And then I'll have a junk style JIYA from the second class. And I work on them like together. So I work on them at the same time. And again, it's very free form, no rules, less pressure. And it's just more playful. It can be more of a catch-all because, you know, there's all these little envelopes and pockets and tabs and little kind of playful features. So I almost use it like, I don't want to say a scrapbook, but a way to just stick things here that might not go anywhere else. I just did a video today on using some of the tabs from my Journal Fun stencil set. So anyway, I like having this around, and it's kind of fun too. That way I don't get stuck in one color zone for 3 months, because that could be kind of debilitating. So I think my goal is to just have 2 at all times. and just work on them simultaneously. So it's just, you know, another fun way to work. And then I have the 2 different color stories on hand. So this one's getting pretty full. I'm probably about halfway. I just did these pages today. So yeah, I'm just about halfway in this journal, and I started it also in December. So I literally started these probably around the same time. And then this is the new one. So the new one, I did a little flip through on Instagram. This is my 21-year-old. I love this photo. He sent me, I just thought it was so cute. And I'm just trying to set the pages up. So I haven't written in here yet, because once I stop writing in this one, then I'll come in here and I'll have a whole bunch of pages at the ready for my writing. So some of the pages are just quotes. And again, you know, I'm trying to add some of the new release pictures in here. This is going to be one. I can't believe I'm sneaking these so badly, but I can't help it. It's just such a cute release. I cannot wait to share it all. But again, because this is like, it is black and white, but it's a lot of brown too. Essentially, I'm just keeping it monochromatic. So I'm not going to go into too much color. But, you know, there's varying degrees of black and white and brown. So I feel like I have a ton of color to work with. And it's fun to challenge myself with the stencils. I'm used to doing such like bright colors, but now I'm going to do all these colors. So it's really fun. That's one of Tiffany Sharp's stickers, my old art foamy. And again, just working on using the doors. So I can't wait to get cracking in here. It's just, I was a little nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can just do 2 colors for 3 months, because then it would literally just change everything I share. Like everything will just be monochrome. But then if I have the other color story going on here, then I can kind of not get too tied into one. So that is that. If you love watching these flip through videos, please hit the subscribe button. I always forget to mention that because I do try to do these pretty often. And now that things are slowing down with the new release, it's almost ready. I'll be here a lot more, sharing more things. I also have a new goal where I want to have how-to videos with all the different stencils. So it'll give you idea how to use the products that you've probably already purchased if you're watching me and you've bought my stencils. So look for that in the future. It's on my to-do list in my planner. So I'll start popping those up here as well. And I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and I will be back to share more.